It is March 24th. We are in the middle of a snowstorm where I live. I'm sitting by the fire. Um, it's time to get cozy and it's story time because we are in eclipse season and this is a time when your story changes and we have a lunar eclipse tomorrow at 5 degrees Libra. Do you know where that is in your chart? If you have 5 degrees anywhere near your angles or for any of your personal planets, you're probably going to be really noticing some big changes coming up. Eclipses are times where something that let's just call this eclipse tomorrow. We are there's something inside of us that is blocking, has been ready to break free from an old pattern. Let's put it that way. And yet we're not even quite sure what it is, but our emotional body is sensing change and sensing this like feeling like the ground beneath us is shifting, like we're in new territory. And that is eclipse territory. There's this weird feeling we get during eclipse season, which happens, we're heading into it now, first with a lunar eclipse and then with the solar eclipse in April. We are heading into like a wormhole where everything's like turning and things are accelerated. It's a time of accelerated change. And the first part of you that's going to notice it is your emotional body. But mentally, it feels confusing because you're like, I know somebody's moved my food dish, but I'm not sure where it is, and I'm not sure why I feel weird, but I do feel weird, and that's the unconscious waiting for the big reveal that comes with the eclipse. So when the eclipse happens, there's a temporary blocking of the light or feeling unconscious about something, and suddenly through events, through insights, through things that happen in your life, you become aware and a light bulb goes off and you go, oh, I knew that was happening. I knew, I couldn't quite see it. It's like there was a veil. And so these are really, really exciting times. They're unsettling. We feel less stable. Also, because when you look at other people in your lives, your coworkers, things happening with the company, family members, friends, they're all feeling that ripple of change too. And so there's just this tidal wave happening where everybody's shifting into a new position. It's like the path of evolution is that we don't stay the same, we evolve. And so eclipses just make us more aware of what that evolutionary story is. So I think this is a great time. So right now I'm working on writing stories myself. And I was noticing a pattern where I wanted it, there's a perfectionism that comes up where I want to know ahead of time what is the story I'm actually writing. And so I've been going through these practice sessions of writing what's right in front of me, just writing from the gut, really, and letting the story evolve and surprise me, letting the characters surprise me. And I feel like eclipses are exactly the same. That if something has been outgrown in your life, and most likely this is going to be the Libra area because that's where we're having this completion, this fulfillment, sort of this closing of a chapter for you. It's with the South Node. The South Node is about moksha or liberation, release from things that we were attached to. It's a time to let go. And if you've been working on a project, it's a time to release it out and let go of the attachment to it. Or wherever you have your Libra sector, this is the place where you're letting go. And Libra itself is this very interesting sign because it's not represented by, a gutsy kind of symbol like an animal or human. It's actually just the scales. It's an object. And so Libra itself can get very caught up in the perfect balance, the thoughts that bring justice, everything being a negotiation, everything to the point where we can become like this diplomat that wears these faces and is who people need us to be in that sector, of the chart. So wherever you have that, we have 12 houses. So wherever Libra is, you're getting some pings there to release something of the Libran role, wherever that has been for you. And what we're doing is we're clearing a space for something new. Aries is that, it's the element of fire. It's what do I want separate from anyone else? And even if it ruffles feathers, what do I want? And it's that really being tapped into that feeling in the gut of what you desire next that has no negotiations with the reality that involves other people or social realities, social spheres, really. So that is what's happening. Um, a great practice at this time, even if you don't want to write a story about it, is to maybe journal. Like, this is what's coming up. I feel very unhinged about this. I feel this area of life, it feels like quicksand. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's about to happen in my life, but I know I'm ready for a change. And just tracking how you feel will help move you through this eclipse moment and bring about, we're going to get so many ahas, and then we're working our way up to the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, which is in a month ish, I think the 20th of April. And that's a whole other breaking free moment of intensity of wisdom. Uranus is higher mind. Mercury's like the logical mind and how I think every day, and Uranus is like the lightning bolt of insight. Jupiter is the expansion of wisdom. So let's go there when it's closer to the time. But right now, there's an important transition that you're going through. If you can just like allow the process, allow yourself in to become who you need to become next. And even if it doesn't have the labels that you're used to, that you've been attached to for a period of time, you can look back to 2004 to 2006, 2013 to 2014 to see some of the issues that may be coming up for you now that have to do with Libra Aries axis. How is self-evolving? Who are you becoming relative to other people? How do you need to adjust those relationships? It's really an exciting time. I know I'm going to sit back with my cocoa and watch my life, and I hope that you can have a sense of like just reflection and enjoyment of the story that you're writing. And it's always a soul story. It's always a story from your soul and not from your programming and what other people told you should be. So I'm thinking of you. I'd love to hear how this is for you, and I'll be in touch soon.